Dive into summer with Vizcaya swimwear. Stylish, comfortable, unforgettable. Make a splash with Vizcaya swimwear. Discover your beauty with LadyCode Cosmetics. Bold colors, flawless finishes. Unleash your confidence with LadyCode. Hello and welcome back to Misrepresented. I'm your host, Lisa Opie, and before I introduce today's guest, I want to thank all of our sponsors for making this podcast possible today. I want to thank PinkApple Dresses for dressing us in these fabulous outfits. We're going with a really fun vibe today. And the Code Creatives for the amazing production of this podcast itself, and of course, LadyCode Cosmetics for all of the glam. Today's guest is Ta'ya Imaage. Ta'ya is a standout voice in the Miss Earth USA community, a passionate educator, cheer coach, and model known for her unapologetic confidence and curiosity. Whether she's empowering young students, leading a team from the sidelines, or exploring her love of cryptozoology, Ta'ya brings bold energy and heart into every space she enters. Through her work in education and pageantry, she champions sustainability, self-expression, and showing up fully as yourself on stage and beyond. So welcome, Ta'ya.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, of course. I had so much fun with you at Miss Earth USA Nationals like 6 months ago. I can't believe it's already been 6 months.
That time flew.
It flew. But I'm so happy you're back in our studio.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here. I love LadyCode.
Oh my gosh, we love you back. So tell me about how you ended up here.
Okay, so I ended up here as a finalist for Miss Earth USA. There's 11 of us now, and we had a series of challenges to do to compete for the ultimate title of Miss Earth USA, and one of them was our LadyCode challenge.
Yeah.
And we had to sell palettes, but we also had the really cool opportunity of creating our own concept of a palette and pitching it to Lisa. And so when I found out about that, I was like, yes, I'm going all in. Like, I love LadyCode, and I think that this would be a really good opportunity for any of us to win. And I was one of the 3 that were selected to be a part of this project. Maddie won first place, and she should have. Maddie put her heart and soul into her palette, and I am just grateful to be able to stand beside her and Kiara to do this.
Well, we had such a hard time as like the LadyCode team choosing because you had a really strong pitch as well. I loved the Pilates princess concept and the Beyonce. Like, I remember that whole palette, and I'm like, you know what? Like, one day we should still make that happen.
I was just trying to think of something that a lot of different women can relate to, and that is really exploring their femininity. I grew up around all men, all boys.
Really?
So for me, it was kind of a struggle, like coming into even liking the color pink. I just started wearing pink.
Oh my God.
Yes. So when I got into this whole phase of like discovering who I am as a woman, that is really when I got comfortable wearing pink. So the concept for my palette was going from like the lighter hues of pink, that pink Pilates, the soft girl era, to that really fierce magenta sparkly to the more mature burgundy colors. So it was just exploring the different facets of myself as a woman.
I love it. I'm telling you, it was a really hard decision, and we were only supposed to pick one, but this is why we chose 3, and there's 3 of you here. So yes. I loved the idea so much. And I heard from a little bird that this is your first pageant ever.
Yes, this is my first pageant ever.
Oh my gosh.
And a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, because you have transformed truly when I think, is Joan coaching you?
He helps me with my walk.
Because I think he told me he kind of saw you from the beginning to where you are now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I would never believe that because you've turned into a pageant girl. And I feel like you've been doing this your whole life.
Joan Romero Martinez, let me say, he was the first person in the pageant industry to actually see me. He's the first. I'm gonna actually get emotional.
Oh, no. Already so early.
He was the first person to really believe in me in this industry, and he really gave me another sense of confidence that I needed to like really go as far as I did. He gave me the push that I needed. He was honest with me. He gave me advice. I took it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going full force. But yes, this is my first pageant, but I've had a lot of stage experience in my life. I'm a theater kid. I've cheered my whole life, dance. I did music. I used to rap back in the day.
When I found that out today.
Yes, when I was about 14, 15, I used to make music. So I'm not new to the stage. I'm new to the pageant stage. And it is very different, though. It was a new experience for sure.
I kind of do want to back up a little bit and talk about your upbringing and how it was like growing up in Milwaukee,
Yes.
Wisconsin.
So Milwaukee is an interesting city. I love my city. But I think growing up in Milwaukee, it really, I would say, it kind of prepared me for the pageant industry in the sense that there's a lot of different people from different backgrounds in Milwaukee. I honestly have been in predominantly black settings my entire life. I have never been in any setting where I was like the only black girl. Milwaukee's very diverse, but it's also the most segregated city in the nation. And so this was a new industry for me, and a lot of people don't know about pageantry where I'm from, and doing shooting pretty down to earth. That was actually the first time I was ever in a setting where I was the only black girl. So it was something new, and it was an experience I had to prepare for mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And it was honestly, hands down, probably the best week of my life.
Really?
And I
I'm
think
gonna cry right now. I'm getting
I think
emotional.
all of us can say that.
Yeah.
Well, I can't speak for everybody, but I know a lot of the girls that I've spoken to, we all feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't thank this organization enough for making me feel so comfortable and so seen. I know a lot of times in settings as a woman of color, you can sometimes either stick out like a sore thumb or you feel like you don't belong. I never had, not once felt like that the entire week or ever interacting with anyone in this organization. So I really thank them for being so open and always being available to me and to us as a panel of finalists.
I love hearing that. And I'm so happy to hear that you had an amazing experience. And I
Yes.
feel like even in the makeup room 6 months ago, you were one of like the LadyCode team favorites. I think we were like fighting over your face. We wanted to use you for our campaigns.
I
Like
love
you're
you.
just
I
so
love you
beautiful.
guys.
Your energy is like magnetic. And we were like, oh, she needs to be in our promo videos. So
Thank
I mean,
you.
we're lucky to have you.
Yeah.
And now you're here shooting a billboard. So
Yes,
how fun.
so fun. Like I couldn't. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm
So
so
what made
excited.
you want to get into pageantry?
So I've always been interested in pageantry. I used to
Mhm.
watch Toddlers and Tiaras as a kid all the time. When I was younger, my dad was always kind of like, oh, I don't know, like,
Well, toddlers and tiaras will scare you. It's
yes,
not
for
like that at
sure.
all, right?
And as I got older, he was kind of the one to push me, like, maybe you should. And I slept on it for a few years,
Wow.
actually. I think the first time I considered it seriously was 2021, right after the pandemic. I remember it was like January. I'm like, okay, I'm going to compete in a pageant this year.
Wow.
Slept on it, overthought it for 3 years. And then last year, it was May. I was up at 3 a.m. in the morning and I was like, I came across the Miss Earth USA organization.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And in the middle of the night, I submitted my application and it went from there. So
Wow.
it's really one of those things where you just have to do it. You can't overthink it. If you really want to do something, it's worse to regret it 20 years later that you didn't try it.
Exactly.
So
And
just do
look
it.
at you now. Like, look at how far you've come. You're on this reality show. You're iconic. Like, who knows what's going to happen next
Yes.
week?
Yeah, it's
I
so
mean,
fun.
there's just so many opportunities. So, well, I'm so proud of you. So in your personal life, you're a coach and a cheerleader.
Yes.
So tell me about the skills and mindset that you built as a cheerleader and how they translate to pageant confidence and leadership.
Oof. Okay. So I was a cheerleader from ages 4 to 18. And then I had a knee injury that I cheered on for about 3 years that I didn't tell a lot of people about.
Oh my gosh.
When I graduated high school, I had to have surgery right after high school. So that kind of like brought my cheer career to an end, so to speak. I didn't cheer collegiately. But then about, 5-6 years later, I came back to coach my former high school team.
That's awesome.
The team that I was captain of. So
that's like the dream, right?
that was always what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And it happened at the right time.
Wow.
And I'm an only child. So I got all my people skills from being a part of teams and dealing with, like I said, I grew up with my uncles, my cousins, and they're all boys. So my interaction with women came from the cheer team. And I think that those interactions is what prepared me for like Pretty Down to Earth and staying in a house with 10 other girls.
It kind of
for a
prepped
week.
you for all the girly
okay,
things.
so this is what's okay. So like I know what to do.
You
now.
were ready.
And especially with working with a bunch of 16-year-olds now, it's like, oh, okay. So now I know how to go about this.
Yeah, if you can do 16-year-olds, I think pageant girls is easy.
For sure. They're probably texting me right now about something. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
They text me all throughout the day.
Okay, I have to admit, when I was reading your bio, I have no idea how to pronounce this or what it is.
I know
what is cryptozoology?
So cryptozoology, right? Yes, you did.
Okay.
Cryptozoology is the study of animals that are either extinct or have not been scientifically proven to exist.
Wow. That's really cool. I'm into that.
Yeah, so it's like Sasquatch and Chupacabra, Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, things like that.
Gosh. Okay, so do you believe like there's a Sasquatch?
I do.
I think there's been a lot of cases where people have seen it, right?
I do, and that could be a whole nother episode in itself. I believe it just based on, well, I just hosted a conference back home in Wisconsin 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw some evidence and I've heard some stories. I have never gone on a search myself, but not because I'm afraid to see the Sasquatch. I'm afraid of the other things to see, like going out west. I'm grizzlies and mountain lions.
Yeah,
I'm more afraid of the things
real.
that have been proven. Mm-hmm. So that is why, but I do plan to do maybe like a group Squatch trip one day though.
I mean, they're everywhere. The stories are everywhere.
I wanted to do it upstate New York for Pretty Down to Earth. I thought that would have been a hilarious episode for us to go out into the woods.
But I think they're camera shy.
Probably, yeah, for sure.
Another crazy thing I've heard in the makeup chair, I work with a lot of Miss Universe Haiti girls. Mm-hmm. They believe in mermaids. And that sirens is crazy. Mm-hmm. When I did a deep dive into it, because they know people that have seen mermaids, I'm like, I'm never going in the ocean again. It's so scary.
And so a lot of those myths or cryptids, so we say, come from like African spirituality. So a lot of people's theories on the sirens or mermaids in Haiti those are the spirits of the African slaves that that chose the water over bondage. Those are the theories behind mermaids.
Would that go into cryptozoology, or is it something else?
Okay,
is there no evidence of mermaids? I love how we're in this huge like sidetrack, but it's so interesting to me. So let's just keep going.
There are how do I say it? There are theories of mermaids being like cryptids, but then also like you can go into more like spirituality too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one?
Sasquatch.
Okay.
Because that's the one that I've always been into since I was a kid. I've studied Sasquatch.
Yeah. And I just think that one has the most cases where people have seen it.
And it makes if you really, really study it, it makes a lot of sense, especially depending on what you believe in. It makes a lot of sense.
Oh my
if you want to talk, like you can even go back to like evolution and all that kind of stuff.
What would you do if you saw one?
I would probably pass out. Okay. Because I got into it because my uncle was into it. He's a cryptozoologist himself.
Oh my god!
And so then me and my dad kind of joined the bandwagon too. And I think I would just pass out. And I always tell him, like, if I did see a Sasquatch, it would have to be from a distance and it would have to be daytime. Like, I want to see, like, in the car across the road.
Seriously.
Like,
we're not going to be in the woods at night.
No, not face to face at all. Nope.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad we're talking about this now. I just came back from a camping trip and I probably wouldn't have done that if I knew. Anyways. Our next talking point is reality TV to real life. So what have you learned from your experiences on screen, and how has it influenced your self-awareness and goals?
Oh, I think, honestly, that's a good question, but I really approached the reality show of I'm going to be 100% myself at all times. Mm-hmm. I think that was the easiest way to go about it, because if you go in there too self-aware, it's not going to be authentic on camera, one, and then that is when you really like start stuttering. You can tell when somebody is not being authentic. So I think I translated how I am in real life on camera and vice versa.
And watching the show, I think it shows. Even like when you were digging for the worms,
yeah,
all the girls kept it together, but you were like,
yeah, I'm like, no.
like
anybody
same,
says
girl.
they, unless like Sydney said she likes worms, that's different.
That's different.
So she enjoyed it. But if you don't like worms, then
like,
yeah.
I don't want to put my fingers in there. Oh my gosh. Okay, speaking of the worm challenge, were you mostly team pink or team green?
I think the majority of the challenges I was team pink.
Okay.
And one or two I was green with Joanne. Yes.
Awesome. What was your favorite part about filming?
Oof, honestly, and I'm not saying this because it sounds good, but I really think bonding with the girls was my favorite part of the experience. Even though it was freezing, I don't know if you can tell on camera how
we
freezing.
Couldn't tell, but I've heard about it now.
We were freezing, and honestly, I wouldn't change that either, because I think those moments of in between scenes, sharing one blanket to three girls, those are the moments that really brought us together, and like, we're bonded for life. Like, these girls can never get rid of me at this point.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I talk to them almost every day. At least one of them
happy.
for sure.
And you're here with two of them right now.
Yes. So I wouldn't change the experience at all.
Do you have like a bestie from the whole experience?
Well, I love all the girls for different reasons.
Oh, I love
like
that.
I have a special bond with each, like Sydney, Gia, like all of them. I love them all.
Honestly, same. I love all of them. After like getting to know them through their pitches, I'm like, this is an amazing group of girls. Yes. And I'm actually like really sad that Pretty Down to Earth is coming to an end.
Yes, and I think the unique thing about this group of girls is we're really genuinely happy for each other. Like when we win, like when Maddie won, I was so excited for her.
I saw that video and I was like, oh my god.
Because like Maddie is so genuine, and I know that she really put her heart and soul into her palette.
She did.
So when we win, like, we are really excited for each other.
Oh,
yeah,
that makes me so happy.
So like the results on Sunday, like we really love each other, and I think all of us are gonna support whoever wins regardless.
Do you think that feeling would have been the same if there was no reality show and it was just like a weekend pageant?
No.
Yeah.
Because I got to meet some of the girls during prelims. And of course, like, you see each other in the hallway, during rehearsals, some of the events. But when you're staying together, like living together for a week, you get bonded on a whole nother level. When you have to share bra pads. Like, I'm wearing Maddie's bra pads right now. That's a fun fact. Like, when you have to, like, when you're eating together, waking up together, like, you get bonded in a whole nother level. So I don't think that we would be as close as we are now.
That makes me so happy. And I'm really hoping that they continue this format, because I'm really enjoying following it along, and like watching the reality show gives us more access to get to know you all on a deeper level.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. So tell me about your childhood. What were you like growing up with all the boys?
Okay. So this is very funny. I am an only child, like I said. I'm an only child, but I have a ton of cousins, and they're all boys, and I was the only girl, so
that has to have been hard.
But fun.
Yeah.
Because I think it gave me thick skin in a sense, but they also still, like, I was like the princess of the family. I was very bossy at home. Like with them, I was extremely bossy. Like, I had one cousin, I was always putting makeup on him. The other one, I'm making him play with my Barbies.
I love that.
They're doing whatever I say. But honestly, at school, I was very shy. I was always afraid to shake the room or shake the table. I always what's the word I want to say? I never wanted to be the one in trouble or disappoint anybody. And I think as an adult, that's when I kind of came into like, no, when you carry yourself that way, people are going to run over you. You can be classy and polite, but you also have to know when to stand up for yourself. And that is something that I learned later in life. I didn't learn that as a kid.
Was there a specific incident that you can recall that made you
I don't think there was one. I think over time you have different experiences, and you experience the same person in a different body.
Yeah.
That is when you decide, okay, something has to change.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was.
That's so important. I'm learning that the hard way too. And I feel like the more successful you become, the more you're on people's radars, and then you get those "hey girl" messages. So it's really hard.
Yeah, you have to fall on your face a couple times.
Yeah.
Before you realize, like, okay.
Yeah, definitely 100%. Is there anything else you want to share with our audience before we get into our this or that portion of the segment?
Make sure you watch Pretty Down to Earth for sure. Make
Yes.
sure you watch me on Pretty Down to Earth and my sister queens. We really, this is a project that I don't think there's anything like it on any other network. I think you're really gonna enjoy it.
I'm loving it. And I can't wait for tonight's episode. And actually, okay, two more questions because you are competing for Miss Earth USA,
Yes.
right? So if you won the crown, what would your reign be like? What would your legacy be?
I think my legacy, how do I want to word this? And I don't want to overthink it. I think that I just want girls, and not even girls, everyone to know that you are exactly what you think you are. And so if you go into something with a mindset, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I should do this, then it's never going to work. You have to already claim what it is that you want to be and what you are. When I got my state title, Miss Wisconsin Earth, I was already Miss Wisconsin Earth in my head by the time I hit submit on the application.
Wow.
And I try to approach everything in life like that. That way you're already prepping and planning for it and it's already yours. So all of my goals for Miss Earth as Miss Earth USA are pre-planned. Like I already know the way I want to carry myself, the things that I want to do, the people I want to touch. And I really think it's about making an impact on people. And I think making an impact is based on the way you make people feel when you walk into a room and you interact with them. So
Okay, so I've done like 60 episodes on Misrepresentative. So I talked to 60 accomplished women, right? And that has to be some of the best advice that I've heard. Because there's, the advice that's like be yourself and stay true to yourself. But this advice is like something where I'm like, wow, like people need to hear this and I needed to hear that. So
yeah,
thank you for sharing that with
I
us.
try to tell my athletes and my students that all the time. Like,
Yeah.
you are like, if you have this mindset, you become everything that you think.
It's like manifestation, but you're taking it to the next level.
Yes.
Like you already are that
Like it's
person.
already yours. Don't speak in the present tense.
Yeah.
So you say when this, like don't say, okay, when I become this, don't say I am, use I am statements. And that's
Oh
something
my
actually
gosh.
when you'll see this on an episode when Nisha Adams actually talked about that. We did a communications exercise on the show and we had to do I am statements. And I think
Wow.
that and I resonated with that because that is the mindset that I try to carry anyways. And I try to instill in all my students and athletes.
Wow. That was really good. Amazing. I'm speechless, but I do have one more question, and that is where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
And this is not saying this to pub the organization, but I always see myself involved with Miss Earth USA in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I've had such a good experience that I just can't see myself anywhere else. I always in some way, and I know that I think Sydney and I were talking about that. We were like, we love this organization. Like I'm never leaving like that. Me, oh my gosh, I'm never leaving. So I see myself still working in pageantry in some way. And of course, like I want to have a family by then, but we trust in God's timing. So whatever he sees for me is what I want in 10 years.
I'm right there with you. I think I've been with Miss Earth USA for like 10 years now from the beginning because I met Laura in 2009. And
that's a long time.
I just knew like this woman is everything. We stayed in touch. I came on board as the makeup artist for Miss Earth USA and I have never left. And I love this organization. It's like a family. And you are a part of that family now. So you're not going anywhere.
Laura is a powerhouse.
She's amazing.
Laura is a
That's who I want to be when I grow up.
Yes, Laura Clark is a powerhouse.
Yeah, she's such a good role model.
I was saying, me and Maddie were saying while we were prepping, like we want to be Lisa Opie, Brittany Ann Payne, and Laura Clark all together. Like if we could like combine those three and like become those people, like that's who we want to be when we grow up.
Well, we're all in your family, so I love that, and I love seeing people grow through pageantry. And I think we all, like me, Laura, and Brittany, have all started and got to where we are because of beauty pageants.
Yes.
So I can't wait to see where this takes you.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to our this or that questions. This is just really fun. Okay. So first one is pep talk in the mirror or hype from your team.
Poof. Okay, I'm gonna say hype from my team.
Yeah, feed off that energy.
Just for a very specific reason, and that's because there's something. Well, this will air after the episode.
I think so.
Okay, before our surprise interviews on Pretty Down to Earth, Brittany gave me this really hype pep talk beforehand. I had no reason. Didn't know why she was doing it. And that really gave me the boost that I needed. So pep talk for my team for sure.
I love that. And I love that Brittany did that. Pageant walk or cheer routine?
At this point, I'm still going to say cheer routine because I do them in my sleep.
Yeah, it's easier. It's less
Yeah.
pressure maybe because you're
Uh-huh.
not being judged.
Yes.
Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster?
Bigfoot.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I made these before the interview. UFO sighting or ghost encounter?
Oh. UFO sighting because I want to see one from a distance again.
Oh my gosh. Fact check everything or trust your gut intuition?
I think that you have to fact check and then trust your gut.
Okay.
Like you can check the facts and then go with what you feel is best.
That's true. That's a really good approach. Lesson plan or hands-on activity? This is
hands-on
related to
activity.
teaching. Hands-on activity.
Hands-on.
Same. I can't retain anything in a book. Inspiring with structure or leading with heart?
Leading with heart.
In pageantry, would you rather have a crowning moment or backstage bonding?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Someone gets both.
Yes, someone gets both. I would say at this point, crowning moment because I have my sisters.
Okay.
I have my sisters.
Yeah.
We're bonded already.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Full glam or fresh faced?
On an everyday fresh face.
Okay. Reality TV or real life transformation?
Real life transformation.
Oh, I love it. A runway strut or camera close up?
Runway strut.
Love it. And last question, Netflix binge or conspiracy theory YouTube spiral?
Netflix binge.
What are you watching on Netflix right now?
DCC, Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my God, yes. I need to watch it.
I was watching it. That's almost why I missed my flight yesterday because I couldn't step away from the TV watching the new season.
Good?
The new season is good.
Oh, I can't wait to watch.
Yes.
I already know who makes it because obviously they posted, but it's fun to watch.
I love Jada. She is, I think, a first team leader this year. Love Jada.
Oh my gosh.
She's everything.
I can't wait to
watch. She doesn't bite her tongue. I love Jada. If you see this, you're my girl.
Oh, can't wait. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Where can we follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram at Ta'ya Imaage. It's TAYAIMAAGE.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Lisa. So fun.